Previously on Honkai Star Rail.
The answer lies hidden in the starry sky.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong. I just feel really weak after the warp.
Oh, we got hit!
Look out! You've got something interesting.
He stole my bat.
The two of you are quite capable. Might I trouble you to fetch Mr. Noldes?
Fugue is pretty. And now, the exciting continuation of Honkai Star Rail. And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and currently I am playing through the version 3.0 story of Honkai Star Rail. And I haven't seen this before, and maybe you haven't seen this before, maybe you have. But last episode, we went through our warp jump on the Astral Express. March got sick, but Dan Hutton and the main character took a train carriage down to the surface of Amphoreus, where the first thing that happened was we got shot down, and the second thing that happened was we met a bunch of interesting people who have hidden motives, and some refugees who we're trying to hide the fact that we're aliens from. And the last thing that happened in that episode is that we were asked to accompany Tribby to, I think, fight our way through and create an escape route for these poor people. So that's exactly what we are now going to do.
I'm sure you two have a ton of questions, don't you?
Indeed we do.
As for why we should speak in private, that's because quiet places are better suited for communicating with one another.
Can't argue with that. But the road ahead is cut off. You going to carry and fly us across? Dan Hung is finally going to be able to jump? What are you talking about?
Judging by your reactions, you aren't lying about being newly arrived travelers. In that case, don't blink or you'll miss the next part. Also, Snowy wouldn't dare make plans for us. It's more like the other way around. Alright, silence please! We are about to summon a miracle. We, thy humble descendants, doth surmount the myriad of passages of Yanis to stand before thee and receive the scales of judgment. O selfless arbiter Talantin, declare us innocent in the name of the law. Weigh the fruits of the present in exchange for the sweetness of the past. We summon thee, Orynyx, to lift thy curtain of memory.
Well, she has interesting eyes.
Once again, stir the ripples of past reverie.
And all of the refugees have disappeared, and we have restored this place to its past glory.
How is that possible? Did Orynyx's prayer fail?
My two friends, don't stray too far away from us.
Stop
Interesting.
panicking. As long as we're with them, we'll be fine.
Okay, so in theory the refugees are with us. They're just not being drawn. We should probably stay on this thing. I wonder what happens if we fall off. Too late now. Oh, this is a cool effect. So we're just in this little bubble of the past.
Amazing, isn't it? Now that we're here, we can speak in peace. Huh? But why does it feel a little too quiet?
Oh. Tribby just vanished. I guess we're exploring now. So what's through here? This takes us back into this room. Sorry, I'm just running around looking at stuff right now. There won't be chests, I assume, because this is not a real zone. It's one of the zones with not proper anchors and stuff, so it's a story zone, not an exploration zone.
Just what I was afraid of. So much for a peaceful chat. The history lesson will have to wait, my friends. We must help Mr. Noldus!
Mr. Noldus sounds like he should be like a fawn in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Alright, so who here have we not looked at so far? The Furie Warrior. A Titankin sculpted by strife. They're infused with Nicodor's golden ichor. Okay, their robust bodies are the shields of the army, and they use their stony corpus to cut off their foes, while their powerful limbs carry rations across the battlefield. They are used as sparring partners by the soldiers of Kremnos. And the Furie Troop? They are singers under the Lance of Fury. In their lyrics come praises for soldiers and the Mad King, using divine spells to call upon Nicodor's blessings. The archer we did last time, and that's a second warrior. So, interesting. So what does this guy do? So he buffs, and he has blast damage and has war armor. Okay. So let's... who do we kill first? Let's kill the buffer first.
You both have impressive fighting skills!
Every petal in life's garden
I'm
is
sorry.
swept away by the wind.
Do I do this the hard... yeah, why not?
That's what you got.
Okay, we'll activate Run May, and then we'll activate Firefly.
Until everything burns to ashes!
There's not really any need to do this on a fight this trivial, but, you know, it's technically the most effective way. Also, E2 Firefly is broken as hell. I love how they crumble to dust.
Thank you. The three of you saved our lives.
Mr. Noldus, Virtus was right. It's too dangerous for all of you to be here. Please, come back to Okhema with us.
I believe I've made my stance clear, my child. Us priests would rather die in the pursuit of faith than live in a foreign land.
It looks to me like you still prefer living.
Sir, we deeply understand your faith in the Titans. Perhaps in your eyes, Kefali, the protector of the Holy City, is but a god from a foreign land. But we swear to you, in the name of Yanis, the Gate of Infinity, that so long as the Chrysoceres live, Okhema will protect all followers of the Titans. We are one and the same.
You swear in the name of Yanis?
Don't you remember, Noldus? Our name is Trebios.
What? You're the High Priest? Why do you look like a child? Oh no, to think that I, a mere tribal priest, dare lecture you on faith. Oh, how ludicrous. Please, forgive my transgressions.
Noldus, we do not wish to force you, but please think of the people in your tribe. The young place their trust in you, just as you place your trust in us. If you stay, they will remain here too, doomed to fall under Nicodor's spear.
If that is divine will, then I have no reason to disobey. High Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey.
Ah, Mr. Noldus. I'm glad you're all right.
Virtus, I still disagree with your methods, but it doesn't matter now. Let us place our trust in the Chrysoceres.
The Dromus caravan that's supposed to meet us isn't here yet, so let's all rest where it's safe for a while.
Regrettably, our questions are still unanswered, and we now have even more. Now that things have calmed down, perhaps you two can find the time to answer a few of them?
Of course. Please, come this way. I see you've both been made aware of our troubles. I'm grateful for your understanding, so in return, please ask me anything you wish to know.
What is this end times people spoke of?
Just as the word implies. It's the time of strife before the world meets its end.
The darn finality is still after me. Are you saying your civilization is coming to an end?
To be precise, it's the whole world that's coming to an end.
What are the Titans?
The ancient gods of Amphoreus. Once worshipped by humanity, they now stand as their foes.
Who are the Chrysos heirs?
The prophetic deliverers, with golden blood coursing through their veins.
What is the miracle performed earlier?
It's a gift from the three Titans of Fate. With their blessings, priests can awaken shadows of the past to alter reality.
You're putting it too lightly. Don't make miracles sound like a tool you can simply use at will.
And that's all the questions I have for now. Your answers are too concise.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm not good at telling stories.
Which is true, like everything he just answered was like the bare minimum number of words that would count as an answer, with none of which actually explained anything.
Yet a tedious and overly long explanation isn't ideal either. Let me think. Oh, right! Virtus and the others are priests from Yanisopolis. They should be adept at playing the lyre. How about playing a song for our two friends? There's a ballad that's been passed down in Amphoreus since ancient times! Happiness abound in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raise their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. Three carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate.
That's 12.
They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus, you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole? O great Kephali, all-knowing father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden ichor spills unto the land, forming the boiling river that flows through the legacies of heroes who take their stand.
Huh?
What's that sound? Hello.
Don't worry, that's just our rescue. Time to get up, everyone!
There's an absolutely monstrous wind outside my window at the moment, which is playing hell with the sound recording. So, let's get on board Dino and see where we're going. What magnificent creatures.
These large, mild-mannered creatures are called dromas. They're humanity's most loyal companions. We'll be relying on them to get us through the rugged mountain roads on the way to the Holy City. Dromas are very docile. Even first-time riders can steer them easily. Here, give it a try. Remember to hold the reins tight.
Ride the dromas. You see all the white shells jutting out from the droma's limbs and plan to use them as footholds. The dromas lets out a dissatisfied growl and easily tosses you several meters away. This is your idea of docile?
I forgot to mention, don't touch their white stone humps. When the Earth Titan blessed these creatures, it said they also stuffed their ill tempers into these humps.
Their humps, their humps, their humps, their humps. Their lovely dino lumps.
See? Easy, wasn't it?
Everyone, how did you find our lyre performance earlier? We've been in exile for many days and haven't touched our instruments in a long time. I fear our skills have grown rusty, and we've made a spectacle of ourselves.
No, not at all. Your performance was wonderful, sir.
It's been a long time since we sat together like that and sang ancient ballads to our heart's content. I'm grateful to all of you for reminding me of those glorious and peaceful times. Looking back now, I admit I was too stubborn. Perhaps you really can save Amphoreus from its doom, just like how the four of you heroes saved our very lives and faith today.
Hey, he even included us too.
Suffering's bad for your health, and it won't help your faith much either. That's why it's our inherent duty as Chrysos heirs to free everyone from suffering. It's also the reason for the Holy City Okhema's existence. The only human city left in our present day.
Hey now, don't be so serious. You're bringing the mood down. Anyway, in short, the Holy City is absolutely safe. Everything will be fine once we get there.
That sounds like one of those statements that will turn out to be incredibly false.
Is everyone properly seated? Oh, then we're off! Next stop, Okhema!
The back of a dromus is like a cradle. You gradually fall asleep and the caravan... Oh, that's just gone too quickly. Okay, I didn't expect to be proved right quite that quickly. I expected to have a little introduction to the city first. These are the enemies we met at the Abyss. It seems that this attack is also the work of the Strife Titan. Yeah, I did kind of expect a little bit more time before the, hey, this town is perfectly safe, got proved wrong. But I knew it was going to get proved wrong either way.
I will claim big sets in the sea. Go play! Fight to live!
When in doubt, set the seas ablaze.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Sets in the sea. Go play! Fire!
Gosh, even more of them.
In position. Fight to live!
Every
Oh,
petal in
oh,
life,
that's-
all will be
That wasn't supposed to be Firefly's attack. That was supposed to be Arame's ultimate.
Dreams do come true.
wow, that hits nasty.
Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
You both fought so bravely. Are you Chrysos heirs from a foreign land?
It was mostly Firefly doing the work, and she's not even here.
Please, I beg of you, save Okhema. The Mad King Nikedor has returned. Look, there's strife and conflict everywhere.
Stay calm and leave this to us. You must hurry and find shelter.
Thank you, thank you. Your comrades are fighting inside the city. Fate will guide you to them.
Thank you, NPCs. I expected the Holy City to be a strong sanctuary, but things are less peaceful than I thought. Let's stay here and lend our support on the battlefield. Do you still have your broken spear? They're just minions. My Cloud Hymn magic will be sufficient. Our priority is now to find Phanon.
The main road's been blocked off. Treeby?
Don't panic. Leave this to us. I summon the Oryx!
Lift the curtain of memory and stir up ripples of past reverie.
Lift the curtain and stir up ripples of past reverie!
Ooh, I'm learning how to do it. Click and hold the button to activate Oryx's prayer to rewind time. Ah, reverse entropy. How's the situation?
It's you two. I'm sorry we got you involved again. I never expected Nikedor to lead an army and launch a surprise attack on the Holy City at a time like this. They and Kefali have always been mortal enemies, but now they've gone mad like a vicious beast.
Humanity is so doomed.
There's no need to panic. Okhema is not completely unprepared. The prophecy had warned us about this. This is a catastrophe, but it's not the end.
Mr. Noldus and the others have gone to seek shelter. Leave the rest to us. You should evacuate along with the citizens.
We can help.
I don't doubt your skills, but... Very well, but please remain by my side. These pests can't hurt you, but our companions, those known as the Chrysos heirs, their attacks do not discriminate between friend and foe.
That seems like a bad thing for an ally.
Oh, Kefali, throne of worlds, please end your long silence and grant humanity protection.
Okay, so these must be the defenders because the attackers all, like, crumble to stone. Oh no, they're the attackers. Okay. What are you doing? It's not safe here. Seek shelter, quickly.
No. It's very safe here.
The prophecy has already revealed that the light of Kefali will shine upon all.
Watch! No one will die! The heroes will protect the city!
Leave them be. Just as Mr. Noldus reveres Yanis, faith is all some people have left in a world teetering on the brink of collapse. To honor their faith is the sacred duty of the Chrysos heirs. Minions of strife, you shall not harm these people!
Fight to live!
Bodies everywhere. How could so many enemies have made it to the front gates? Where were the city guards?
Snowy! We're back.
3 Tribbies?
We are Trian. We are Trinan. We are Treeby. Wait. No! Now is not the time for introductions!
The surprises never cease in Amphoreus.
Snowy, D has been trading blows with the main forces for what feels like forever. From the skies to the city. Hurry up and assist trust him!
I knew it. He gets reckless once he gets the urge to kill. I'm relying on you three to handle the task of getting the citizens to safety.
Don't worry! With us here, we can just use the Sentry Gate to whoosh the people to the safest place in Amphoreus! Wouldn't that be Okhema? Stop messing around and help the people! Anywhere is fine, just send them to somewhere safe!
Don't worry. Although they are a little childish, the trio are experienced Chrysos heirs, and one of the pillars of Okhema. Therefore, they can definitely be trusted. Well, let's keep on moving then.
Okay, so we've met the other two parts of Tribby. These people are still like, we're just gonna stand here and be protected. Like that guy in the flood who's waiting for God to save him. And I guess we just fight our way up this hill.
Let the show begin!
Part of me wants to switch to a team that is slightly more fun to fight with than Firefly, but this is the only team that I have that has the main character on it, and I do kind of want to have the main character running around, so...
Eliminate the enemies on the main road and leave the rest to the Holy City's guards. They're all trained and experienced.
You die.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Just keep running up. I mean, I could probably run past these things, but I think that in the story I need to fight my way up this ramp, so I'm fighting my way up this ramp. I think that might be the first one of those that we actually allowed to attack us.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Okay, so we just seem to have
In your own way.
these two more remaining.
Lady Trina has come true!
Formation!
Lord Finan! You're finally here. Quick, save the Grand Craftsman. He's surrounded by enemies!
What? Artonis! Hang in there!
Okay, so these ones are on our side, okay.
The rear is secured now. This is the result of your efforts?
Quit messing around. You know who we're dealing with.
Carelessness will be your downfall. Deliver. Mere child's play. The true fight between us will shatter them with the aftershocks alone. Who are you?
Enough, Mighty. Are you trying to destroy the Holy City?
All will be swept away by the wind.
I was gonna say that was a character entrance. Like, they were going for a very clear effect there with that music and that entrance.
Artonis!
Finan.
I'm glad that you're okay. As for you, Mighty, if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't your responsibility be protecting the citizens?
What is that supposed to mean? Who are you implying isn't a citizen here?
That's the golden blood that flows through the Chrysos heirs. The names of the people here just keep getting stranger and stranger.
Don't evade the question. Aglaia told us to protect the citizens. Are you ignoring what she said?
It is you who forgot the second half of her words. Her original words were, protect the citizens and eliminate the invaders. The crisis in the Holy City will be resolved once we've eliminated Nikador. Speaking of which, since you've never considered the pair over there to be citizens, they seem to fit the definition of invaders.
What do you mean?
The three priests of Yanis share the same appearance in mind. and their senses are also interlinked. The Okhemans have long been aware of your presence and what you have been doing. You trust him that much? I suggest you think twice.
Provoking your allies at such a critical juncture. Whose side are you on?
From the moment we first met, I already told you that regardless of whether it's in the past or in the future, the people of Kremnos will never agree to make peace with the likes of you. As the successor of Kremnos, I, Mighty, am not able to act independently on such matters. Furthermore, things have escalated to a point where I must warn you, esteemed guests, that your host is anything but proficient in the ways of hospitality.
Enough! The time for internal strife now is not. Still on the offense, the Mad King is, and must be stopped by the Chrysos heirs.
Yoda is looking different these days. He kinda got buff.
I have not forgotten about what needs to be done. Stand down. I'm more than capable of taking care of what's ahead by myself. As for you, Nikador is in the Marmorial Palace. Glaya told me to stay out of it. So, go ahead. Deliver.
I don't need you to tell me that.
You. What's your name?
I am the Galactic Baseballer.
Is that not also strange?
Is he your companion? You guys don't seem to be on friendly terms.
Revered as heroes by the masses, but still imperfect mortals at their core.
What is it, outsider? Do you fear the Lance of Fury's raging flames? Or perhaps you'd care to spar with me?
I'm interested.
Getting too serious with Mighty, because he means every word he says.
So do I.
Of this, you can be assured.
I'm sorry. We were not quick enough.
It's not too late. Leave it to us. Go, Finon.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. I hope that Mighty doesn't act on his words. After all, he's an exemplary fighter. If he's dead set on doing things his way, I fear not a soul could prevent it. Not even myself.
Okay, so Mighty is actually quite mighty. And just in one scene, all the jokes of his name being My Day have been ruined.
What a mess.
Oh, apples. I don't see any more residents. Have they been evacuated?
Yes. Treby acted with haste. This is Marmorial Market, the most important residential and living area in the Holy City. Pushing through by force would undoubtedly result in needless casualties. But now our backup is here.
Lord Finon and the two guests.
Oh, it's pretty in purple.
Welcome to Okhema.
These enemies aren't moving.
When I heard your footsteps, I thought death was already writing my final chapter before my heroic journey had even begun. Miss Castorus?
Hello.
An abrupt ending to an epic that has barely begun might also amaze the people. But today, Lord Finon, Okhema needs you.
Well, if the Mortician of the Holy City says I'm needed, then it sounds like I'm gonna live through this mess.
Well, that isn't for me to decide. All I can do is clear the obstacles and guide you to the place of Nikador's descent. Dear guests, if you would, I'd like you to please follow me.
Okay, we shall see what we can do.
And kindly keep 5 paces distance.
Any particular reason?
In the face of death, strife will also cause hesitation to arise. I am the shadow of death.
What happens if I get too close? Oh yeah, things get bad. Okay. So I gotta wait for her to go away so that the purple stuff fades away.
There are also some enemies who are difficult to subdue by presence alone.
I'm guessing that's her talent when she's finally playable.
The scent of blood. Are you an attendant of the Hand of Shadow?
No, I'm nobody's attendant.
You can try to avoid and hide it. But you obviously came from the world of the dead. Okhema. Chrysos heirs. What cowards. We live by loyalty and glory, while you live by weakness and deceit.
I'm so glad that you're not my history teacher. How much can we trust the words of someone who has sunk so deep into madness? However, if you're standing here out of loyalty and glory, then I shall draw my blade and grant you a warrior's end.
Come to arms.
Those are some big swords. Oof.
Let the show begin!
Oh, and they summon. Okay. Furie Praetor. Has war armor. Grounded in incremency. Absorbs Furie Warrior, then deals massive imaginary damage to all allied targets. So that's the thing that we want to avoid happening. A Titankin, sculpted by Strife. They are infused with Nikador's golden ichor. They are mighty constructs capable of housing a Titan's soul. With their great swords, they stand ready to repel the rush of the black tide or turn their blade in a countering onslaught in times of war. Furie Praetor will sacrifice their weaker kin, exchanging atrocity for divine punishments from the Titan. Okay, so let's just get going here. Nothing is fire wake.
Until everything burns to ashes!
That's not something that Ms. Firefly actually cares about.
Dreams do come true.
So that is going to break that guy, yep. And this is going to break that guy. Just do your thing.
Good, my friends.
Because I've made him weak to fire slightly. And this gives us a nice heal up for the next time that you're going to do that.
Eternal.
Attack detected!
Still the same old.
Oof. That hits like a truck.
Fight to live!
Let them get messed up.
Thankfully, Firefly hits like several trucks.
Some value, I suppose.
I
Hit to death!
As you wish.
Butterfly.
Lady Aglaya once said that your time is extremely valuable and shouldn't be wasted on unnecessary conflict. I have the power to lay them to rest.
I was about to say the same. It's pointless to waste your strength on these pawns. Let's go. It's time to face Strife.
Once there, you must turn into birds and fly toward the final battlefield.
Miss Casterus, why aren't you joining us?
I must stay here and ensure that these soldiers do not destroy the city. Although faith is more important to the vast majority, there are still quite a number of citizens who care more about their worldly possessions.
I understand, but
There is no need for worry. The citizens have already been evacuated, and the only living things in the vicinity are the three of you. As Lady Aglaya instructed, no civilians will be affected by this.
do excuse my impropriety. Well then, I'll see you later, Miss Casterus.
So she just is a big field of death. Wow.
Could you all quietly leave?
We're doing our best. She's just hanging out there making sure those things don't come to us. And this is
Memorial Palace, the Lance of Fury, Nicanor. They're all there in the distance.
Sounds ominous. Dunhung, is that your stomach growling? What a horrifying battle cry. Is that a titan?
That battle cry once crushed all in its path. It knocked down foes and allies alike, leaving people as fragile as reeds in a gale. My limbs trembled uncontrollably as my weapon clattered to the ground. I could hear nothing but the frenzied and shameful beating of my own heart. Fear. This is why the Strife Titan is revered. If a warrior can face this terror and still step forward, no trial thereafter can shake the weapon in their hand. You two, if you wish to retreat, this is your final chance to do so.
It's fine, I've already died a number of times before. It's fine, he's already died a number of times before. Okay, we don't get a straight answer to this one.
Looks like the both of you have indeed braved many dangers.
We have indeed. We have no interest in the Titan rights. As trailblazers, lending a helping hand to unfamiliar worlds is simply our duty.
Trailblazer? What an interesting concept. Surely on your worlds there must also be a Titan which is revered by the masses. But there's no need to further confirm your resolve. We shall soon cross swords with the embodiment of strife. And yet, faced against this menacing threat, your resolve only gleams more intensely. Let's get going. In the era when Kefali had not yet fallen silent, none could stand as their equal. Today, we inherit the duty of the gods, safeguarding the inhabitants of Amphoreus. Stand with me and become heroes!
We are already heroes. Enter the hidden passage. Okay, it's a puzzle. Rotate the clues and assemble a pattern. Once the progress bar is full, you can quickly move to the target. Rotate the clues to find the full view of the hidden passage. So that's getting... Aha! There we go. So it makes a symbol.
Deathly silence is the proud resonance of Nicanor's war drums. Behind this watery veil awaits the arena of conflict.
That sounds ominous. Oof. Who's wailing? My head feels as though it's being ripped apart.
Recall your convictions and everything you hold dear. If you can't do that, then think of death. For doing so might actually keep you alive.
Oh, that's cool. Alright, that's mini-boss music if ever I heard one.
Weaker. So, more distorted?
The Titan of Strife continues the mad war in their frenzy, becoming the unconquerable fear of the masses of Amphoreus. They once were famed through glory, earning respect from gods and from the people of the land, and yet the city that revered them was sundered and the poems that praised their name were destroyed. Only their evil reputation lingers in this lightless era and end times, tainting the throne of world's brilliance. So they've got war armor, they have a Calamity Eternal, deals imaginary damage to all allied targets and apply glory. At the same time, this unit obtains Titanic Corpus. When Titanic Corpus stacks are reduced to 0, the action... so I guess it does a thing and then you have to get its stacks down to 0. Otherwise it like massively does damage. It's got some single target attacks, it's got an AoE, it's got a bounce. Okay. I have no idea what most of that means. I'm just going to try and kill it. Let's try and do this the correct way. So you can do your ult.
Let the show begin. Let's improvise.
Let's kick things off with you.
Okay, so let's kick off your ult.
Will be swept away by the wind of time.
And then we'll immediately kick off Firefly's ult.
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! Firefly, type 4, in position. Live to fight! Fight to live!
Okay, now we'll kick this off to do some more fire toughness damage. And then another slab of toughness damage. Oh, that looks painful.
Recalibrating!
Uh-oh. Now he's got 12 stacks. Characters with glory can obtain buffs by using skill or ultimate to increase glory stacks. Characters with glory can dispel a number of Titanic Corpus stacks equal to the current glory stacks when attacking. Oh no, I didn't want to do that! I was trying to dismiss the button. That's not good. Okay, so this should reduce some glory stacks. I see, and by using her skill, it gives her an additional glory stack. Okay, now he is just going to do a single one. So we go down to 8, down to 7, and Firefly should now be able to knock this guy down.
Cast aside all distracting thoughts. To me, I shall withstand their wrath. Even gods can bleed. I shall extinguish your core flame, Titan!
Let's improvise.
You've arrived, eh?
Firefly is really kind of broken. And she can finish him off.
I shall set the seas ablaze!
Move.
This is not the true Nikador, just one of his many godly forms. The core flame isn't here. New allies of Okhema, welcome to Amphoreus.
Hello?
While this welcome banquet is far from elegant, it has helped to remove any misgivings that we had. From this moment forth, you shall be treated as distinguished guests of the Holy City and of the Chrysos as...
Hello, Lady Aglia. Her gaze. Lady Aglia, your eyes.
Curious about my eyesight? Well, I'm not blind. On the contrary, I can see much more than the typical person. Those with golden blood always have something extraordinary about them. For me, it's perception. I don't need light to measure the world. The wind carries messages along golden threads, delivering countless sensations to my fingertips. Just like how at this present moment, The virtues possessed by the both of you have turned into a warm current that pleases my skin.
I quite like the sound of that. She sounds so cultured. See, I told you that I'm the heartwarming girl deep down. She was just speaking metaphorically.
A manifestation of Nikedor. Could it be that my trial has not arrived yet?
By following the threads of fate, you have begun to write the opening chapter of your story. How do you feel?
Well, truth be told, I don't feel any different. I anticipated a greater challenge.
Oh, I see. So they've all got signs of the golden blood on them. So his, like, star tattoo
Trianne followed those
and
escaped
hers on her
soldiers.
chest.
That's part of the plan too.
Naturally. We have long foreseen this attack and didn't intend to waste such a golden opportunity. After Nikedor succumbed to madness, their fortress disappeared into the fog, with no one being able to ascertain its location anymore. However, now that they have acted out of character and attacked Okhema of their own accord, then the Holy City shall also uncover their hiding place and sound the horn of retaliation.
I'm desperately trying to place this accent and failing.
What an intricate plan indeed.
Like, it's all over different kinds of, like, middle class and upper middle class English accents, but never quite hitting one in particular, so I'm not sure what they're going for.
I gave my word that after the situation stabilized, I would reveal all about Amphoreus to our allies. However, given that Okhema has just barely survived a calamity, and there are still many shaken citizens who need comfort, Aglaya, would you mind taking care of this in my stead?
Distinguished guests, since you have spared no effort in aiding the Holy City, I will naturally take care of you as well. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance.
You two can find me at Marmorial Market after you've grown tired of listening to her tales. In any case, I owe you my hospitality.
Now then, where should we begin?
How about the beginning? Lady Aglia, could you give us some time? We'd like to get back to our mission now that the situation has calmed down. We want to lay down a beacon of the Trailblaze here. I can assure you this will not bring any repercussions to Okhema. Think of it as a ceremony when traveling to someplace new.
Beacon of the Trailblaze. No problem. Go ahead.
With this space anchor on Amphoreus, we've taken yet another giant step on the path of Trailblaze. Our boarding passes are appreciating in value. A few more and maybe we can reconnect with the Express.
What an interesting way to mark the start of your journey. I grow more and more curious about your cause. But please, let me first properly extend my hospitality to you. The conversation we must have will likely be quite lengthy, so why don't we go somewhere more suitable for that?
Why don't we slip into something more comfortable? Oh. And we have exited story mode. We have finished a quest. Distant travelers listen to this world's prayer. Follow Aglia to the bath. Okay, I was joking about the slipping into something more comfortable thing, but, you know, maybe I wasn't. Civilian bathhouse. The overflowing bath for residents of Okhema. The godly never feels guilty of enjoyment. They ride the ocean waves to humanity and fills every heart with water, passing through with joy. Thus they sing jubilantly and dance passionately, drink and be intoxicated. No, don't drink the bathwater. What's that spot? Listen to the Titan's echoes. Chalice of Plenty, Fagusa? As the honey brew spills into the ocean, the waves bloom like flowers. In the clamour of great waves and drunkards, all awaken amongst the madness.
As in a dream.
Well, Fugue seems to enjoy it. Anyway, I'll bring back my team with the Trailblazer in it. I wonder if I just put Trailblazer in Dan Hung's team, so I technically have Trailblazer in Dan. No, that's a little bit too wonky even for me. Okay, and with this return to the open world and exploration, I think we shall mark the end of episode 2 of our exploration of Amphoreus. We have found our way into the baths. We have killed the Titan of Strife, or at least a projection of the Titan of Strife. And, yeah, we shall reconvene here next episode to see what happens next. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. It's exciting actually playing something new for once, rather than going through a story that I already know. Nice. Like, that last battle felt a bit cheap. Everything just throwing like E2 Firefly at a mini-boss and just having it melt is a little bit anticlimactic, especially compared to stuff I'm doing on the other account with these seriously wonky underpowered teams. But there's not really much I can do about that on my main account because all of my teams are kind of OP. So, anyway, again, thank you very much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.
Nice.